Hey, what's up guys? It's Cypher and I'm making this video to discuss today's stream. For those of you who tuned in, this will be very relevant to you. For those of you who didn't, this might not be as relevant, but it's still probably worth the listen. Basically, today was the second qualifiers for the For Honor $10,000 tournament, and there's two more qualifiers next Saturday. There's one next Saturday, and then the Saturday after that. So then, after those two are over, the points will be added up for the different regions, and the top four players from each region will be flying to LA for the big $10,000 tournament. So today, unfortunately, we got uh, defeated in the top 32, and last week we were in the top 16. So we're not looking too good on points, and the only way we can really qualify now is if we do really well in these next two tournaments. But to be honest with you, I'm not going to put as much pressure on myself as I did initially because of what happened today. And what happened today is a result of a lot of things, but it's also a result of the pressure that I put on myself to perform well. The fact of the matter is, currently, For Honor is not in any place to be competitive in a 1v1 matchup. There's just too many bugs, too many inconsistent things, too many balance issues for the game to be taken seriously on a 1v1 level. It's been like that for a while, and while some things have improved, other things have been either unchanged, neglected, or have gotten worse, especially when it comes to things that are not intended by the developers, such as unparryable attacks, unlock tech, things like that. Today, I was facing one of my opponent, and actually one of my this opponent in particular was a subscriber of mine. So it doesn't help that what went down today happened the way it did. Basically, I won my first round very dominantly, 3-0, and then the next two rounds I ended up losing. Actually, I lost the second round after a couple of round ties. We ended up losing the match, and then in the third round we actually lost because the timer ran out multiple times while my opponent had the lead, which results in a loss. So there were rules regarding this, regarding stalling, regarding timing the clock out, and the admins didn't really enforce the rules the way I thought they would. But they gave us a rematch on the last round, starting us off at 2-1, and I did end up losing that as well. But it made me realize how much pressure and time invested I was putting into For Honor, when For Honor in its current state doesn't deserve to be taken that seriously. I was taking it too seriously. That's the big problem. I was taking the tournament too seriously. I was taking the game too seriously. And when I step back and I watch the footage and I see how it went down, I didn't need to get as upset as I did. Obviously, I had every reason to be upset, but it's not worth it. It's not worth getting upset over For Honor. For Honor might be a great game in the next few months. They might turn it around. They might make it one of the best, most competitive games, and it might be great. But currently, it's not, and everybody knows that, and I know that too. So it's not right for me to get as upset as I did. First of all, I just want to apologize to Zach. He was my opponent that I was going against. It got to me. I was really frustrated with the results. I was really frustrated with how he was playing, but honestly, he was just playing to win. You can't get mad if people use bugs or people play the time, as long as they're playing within the rules. And if they're not playing within the rules, it's the admin's responsibility to enforce that. And the admins, in my opinion, the admins failed to enforce the rules properly, and the rules are kind of vague, to be honest with you. So the whole thing went down, and it's just it made me take a step back. It made me like really think about where I'm going with For Honor, where For Honor is going, where For Honor is now. And I'm not quitting the game. I'm still gonna compete next Saturday and the Saturday after that. And I'm just gonna try to have as much fun as I can with it. If I get knocked out, If I go against bugs, if my opponent stalls the match or whatever happens, I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm not going to fight it. The game was just not ready for a 1v1 tournament. I told the developers that it wasn't ready for a 1v1 tournament, but maybe it was just too hard to do a 4v4 tournament. Maybe they just want to focus on 1v1 right now, and in the future they'll focus on 4v4 and 2v2. But it is what it is. The game is in its current state. And they decided to do this tournament, and I decided to compete knowing how the game is, and I need to just take it how it is. Like, the game has its problems, so I should expect problems during a tournament where pretty much everything goes. So I made this video to apologize to you guys, to apologize to my opponent, to apologize to people that were in the tournament. This whole thing delayed the tournament a couple hours, which I really did not intend to delay the tournament like that. I know a lot of people who were in my chat were on my side and they were supporting me and everything like that. But at the same time, I should have handled it a little bit more professionally. It's those times where things go really south and everything is just piling up against you, and the frustration builds up. Those are the key moments where you kind of have to take a step back and allow yourself to make the right decision. And today I feel like I took that anger, took that frustration, and I just let it build up. I let it overcome. So to be honest with you, I didn't know if I was going to make an apology. I didn't know if I was going to address this because I don't like constantly talking about negative things on my channel. I like to put the good things out there, but sometimes it's important to also talk about the negative side of things because we're human. People make mistakes. People get frustrated. People get angry. And I realize that I let myself get too invested in something that's currently not working as intended. And I honestly, I was expecting it, and even though I was expecting it, I was still angry when it happened the way it did. So just wanted to put this out there just so I can just have something, like, somebody has any questions about this incident or today's stream, you can watch this video and get an understanding of what went on and see my side of things. Again, I'm sorry. I wanted to put on a show for you guys. I wanted to go out there and make it far into the tournament, potentially win it. I've won plenty of tournaments in the past. It's just the game has deteriorated so much, especially since season 2. It's a lot harder to manage. It's just a lot harder to manage. And now more people are familiar with the bugs and the little cheese things here and there, and when there's money on the line, you got to expect people to do whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes, whether it means stalling the clock, using bugs, using exploits. It's just the game. Like, that's what For Honor is right now. And hopefully in a few months or 6 months down the line, it's a different game and it's more enjoyable. I mean, I'll still play it. I'll still play the season 3 release. I'll still compete in the tournaments that are worth competing in. But I'm gonna try to have fun. That's the thing. When you take it too seriously, when you take something that unstable too seriously, you're not gonna have fun. It's like a bad toxic relationship. It's not good. It's not good for your health. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow on stream, twitch.tv/CypherPK. And obviously we are resuming with the daily videos. Although I do want to do 1 day a week off from the videos just to keep my sanity. So 6 videos per week. And sometimes I'll still upload 7 videos if I have enough content. But I don't want to force the content out there. It's important that I keep the content fresh and worth watching, or else people will stop watching. So that's just an update for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Cypher from CypherPK.com, and I will catch you guys next time. What the fuck, man? Such a joke.